Hi guys, and welcome again to Cooking with a Twist. I'm Lilia, and today I'll be showing you how to make baklava. There's a lot of different variations of baklava. Different countries claim that it's theirs, native to theirs. I've kind of tweaked it up a little bit by selecting different ingredients and then come up kind of with like my own version of it. So let's get started. I've gone ahead and melted those 2 sticks of unsalted butter. You could do this in the microwave as well. I've selected walnuts for this recipe, almonds and pistachios. I'm going to go ahead and just pour all of these and blend. When you blend these, you obviously want these to be a lot smaller. You want to get to the point that it's so small and powdery. I'll show you in just a bit. So your nuts should still have a bite to them. Still pretty crunchy. Some of these are a little bit bigger, so I'm going to have to blend them again. But you want every layer to have a little bit of a crunch. I'm going to do the same with the almonds and the pistachios. I'm going to mix them all and then we'll see with the rest. So I'm kind of combining all my nuts, and this is how it should look like. Not very small pieces, you still have a crunch. You could see bigger pieces, smaller pieces. And to this, I'm going to add cinnamon. And to this, I'm going to add my cloves. And combined again. Because my pan is 8 by 8 inches, it's basically half of the phyllo dough. I went ahead and measured it out. This will make it a little easier. You want to cut it before you get more layers going. And always remember to have a moist towelette over it because it ends up drying out and you don't want that. It will be hard for you to start layering your baklava. With every layer you want to butter it so it doesn't stick. The bottom, I'm going to generously add a lot of butter to it. And then with the layers in between, I'm a little more careful. I'm not using as much butter. But for the bottom, yes, and the sides. So cover all your sides with butter. And we should be good to go. You can use a bigger pan, but I like my baklava to be really thick and short. So here we go. Getting started. So we're going to add 10 sheets to this, and then after the base, you just kind of lightly add butter to every sheet. And you do that up to 10 sheets, and then we'll do the nut mixture. Just got a few more layers to go, and then we'll add our nuts. And now that I've got 10 layers of phyllo dough, I'm going to add a generous amount of nuts. Just enough to cover all of it. Don't put so much because we're going to do several layers of it. Just enough in each corner. Put that much. Tiny bit here. So I've done 10 sheets of phyllo dough, buttered phyllo dough. After that, I'm going to add the mixed nuts, and then I'm going to do 4 layers of 5 phyllo dough sheets. And to lightly butter this, try not to drag it so much because it'll rip the sheets. So now I'm doing 5 sheets, and in between each sheet, you want to lightly butter it. So I got 2 sheets going, I need 3 more. Okay, I'm adding my 5th sheet, covering this up, and adding this. Okay, so this is the 5th sheet of phyllo dough. Now we're going to add nuts again. Okay, so now that we have this layer, we're going to do 5 more sheets of phyllo dough, and in between lightly butter them, and then we'll add more nuts again. So you'll do that 4 times. This is my last layer, so it's the 4th layer of 5 buttered phyllo dough sheets. So I'm going to do the last layer, which is the top layer, of 10 buttered sheets, and then it's ready to go in the oven. And I've got that last layer. So before I put it in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and cut it up now, because if you don't, it gets crunchy at the end and it'll ruin your baklava. So now just carefully, you don't want to drag it, just kind of go up and down, start cutting your baklava. You can cut it any way. I kind of like that triangular shape, so I'm going to cut it at an angle. That. You can cut it any length and width. Just make sure it goes all the way down to the bottom and don't drag. Now that I've cut the entire thing, I'm going to head and bake it in the oven for 325 until the top is golden brown. So now that the baklava is in the oven, I'm going to prepare the sauce that will go over the baklava, the sweet syrup sauce. To my water, I'm going to add my orange zest and my sugar. And I've got orange and lemon. I'm gonna give it a quick stir and add in my honey. The water will reduce and the sugar and honey will thicken up a bit. This is the syrup that's going over that baklava once it's out of the oven. You want this syrup to be a little cool. That's why I'm doing this now while it's in the oven. So this is what your baklava should look like once it's out of the oven. I let it cool just a tiny bit, maybe about 3 minutes. And now I'm going to add that syrup that I've let cool down. And you want to infuse that into every layer. If you don't like too much of that orange zest, you can remove it. But I absolutely love it. So I'm going to add that to every layer. You want it to soak in. And I'm going to top it off with additional nuts, the same mixture. You might want to let this cool for about another hour or so, and then you can enjoy. And that is how we make a baklava. For more recipes like this, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe with everyone, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.